On September 19, 2025, American President Donald Trump introduced a dramatic change to U.S. immigration policy. A $100,000 fee would be charged for all H-1B visa applications.
One of the most abused visa systems in our current immigration system has been the H-1B non-immigrant visa program. This is supposed to allow highly skilled laborers who work in fields that Americans don't work in to come into the United States of America.
We need workers, we need great workers, and this pretty much ensures that that's what's going to happen.
The sudden announcement left many wondering how the change will be applied and enforced, how it will affect the common man. Imagine being told that your dream job now comes with a $100,000 price tag. Not your salary, just the right to sit at your desk and write code. That's the reality facing thousands of immigrant tech professionals after a proposed change to America's H-1B visa program. Overnight, the announcement sent shockwaves through Silicon Valley, startups, and immigrant communities. It's not just a policy tweak, it's a transformation that could rewrite the rules of global tech and, perhaps, America's place in the world. Today, we're unpacking this complex, emotional, and politically charged story. Who it affects, how the tech industry is responding, and what it means for the future of innovation. The H-1B visa has long been America's bridge to global talent. Since 1990, this program has allowed highly skilled foreign workers to join U.S. companies in industries ranging from medicine to finance, but especially in technology. Every year, 85,000 slots open, and the demand always overshoots the supply. In some years, 300,000 people apply for those slots, forcing the government to run a lottery. Until recently, companies paid several $1,000s in fees. Burdensome, yes, but manageable. Add in legal costs, and the total came to under $10,000 per worker. But now, the new proposal introduces something unprecedented: a single fee of up to $100,000 per application. This isn't just an incremental increase, it's a tidal wave. To put it in perspective, that's 10 times higher than the previous cost, enough to bankrupt small firms that rely on immigrant talent. So who bears the brunt of this new rule? The answer is Indian tech workers. For years, India has dominated H-1B approvals. In fact, about 70% of all H-1Bs go to Indian nationals. They've built their lives around this program. They're the software engineers at Microsoft, the data scientists at Tesla, the coders at hundreds of startups. For many, the U.S. isn't just a job opportunity, it's home. Now, those dreams come with an impossible cost. On Reddit, one Indian engineer wrote, "I've been here 10 years, paying taxes, building products, raising kids. Now I feel like my family is being priced out." On Twitter, hashtags like #H1B and #SaveSkilledImmigrants trended as people shared their stories of fear, frustration, and betrayal. The fee doesn't just threaten careers, it threatens lives already rooted in American soil. But let's shift the lens from individuals to companies, specifically startups. For giants like Amazon or Meta, a $100,000 fee is painful, but it can be absorbed into billion-dollar budgets. For startups, the calculus is brutal. Imagine you're a 20-person company, just closed your seed round, and need 3 engineers with machine learning expertise. Under the new rules, hiring them requires $300,000 upfront, money that could have gone to research, salaries, or marketing. The result? Startups simply won't hire these workers. Many will choose to outsource instead, sending jobs overseas instead of keeping them in the U.S. Ironically, the policy designed to protect American jobs could accelerate offshoring. We've seen this playbook before. When immigration bottlenecks tightened in the mid-2000s, Companies set up offshore development centers in India and Eastern Europe. Now, history could repeat itself. Zoom out, and the ripple effects come into focus. The U.S. tech industry has always thrived on global talent. Google's Sundar Pichai, Microsoft's Satya Nadella, Adobe's Shantanu Narayan, all immigrant leaders who began their journeys with visas like the H-1B. Strip away that pipeline, and the U.S. risks losing its competitive edge. Meanwhile, competitors aren't sitting idle. Canada has already launched fast-track work visas for laid-off U.S. tech workers, with thousands applying in just weeks. The UK is rolling out scale-up visas to attract engineers. Singapore and Germany are aggressively courting foreign talent. If America raises barriers, others will happily lower theirs. And the global race for talent will shift away from Silicon Valley. Closer to home, U.S. workers could also feel the pinch. With fewer engineers available, wages for specialized roles could skyrocket, raising costs for companies and, eventually, consumers. A shortage of talent slows down innovation. Startups that might have built the next big app may never get off the ground. Big companies may pass higher labor costs to consumers. In short, everyone pays. Behind the policies are people. Priya, a software developer in San Francisco, has spent 5 years building healthcare tools that improve patient outcomes. Her husband works in finance. Her children go to American schools. If her company can't afford the new fee, she faces deportation. "It feels like my life has a price tag," she says. Then there's Arjun, a recent graduate in Austin. His startup wants to keep him, but the cost of sponsorship now exceeds their runway. He's considering Canada, where the process is faster, cheaper, and more welcoming. No surprise, the online backlash has been fierce. On Reddit, forums dedicated to immigration exploded with debate. On Twitter, some framed the fee as economic sabotage. Others argued that abuses in the H-1B system, like staffing firms exploiting loopholes, need to be fixed, but not like this. The conversation reflects a global audience of workers and aspiring professionals, all watching nervously. The stakes aren't just financial, they're emotional. For many, this policy feels like a message that America no longer wants them. To understand how we got here, you need to know the political backdrop. Immigration, especially skilled immigration, has always been a flashpoint in U.S. politics. In the 1990s, the H-1B cap was raised during the dot-com boom. In the 2000s, it fell back. Over the years, both Democrats and Republicans have promised reform, but deep divisions kept it stalled. Critics argue the program suppresses U.S. wages, while supporters say it fuels innovation and growth. Historically, America has thrived by welcoming global talent. From Albert Einstein to today's tech leaders, immigrants have played a defining role. The question now is whether the U.S. will continue that tradition or retreat into isolation at the cost of innovation. This $100,000 visa fee isn't just a number, it's a statement. A statement about who gets to participate in the American dream and who doesn't. It's a barrier that reshapes the balance of power between global tech hubs. It's a test for startups, for immigrant families, and for America's identity as the land of opportunity. As lawmakers debate, as companies recalculate, and as families agonize, one truth remains. Policies like these don't happen in isolation. They ripple outward, touching workers, industries, and entire economies. And in the global race for talent, the stakes couldn't be higher. The question is, will America hold on to its crown as the world's innovation leader, or will it price itself out of the future?